I can't.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Jem.
We are here with a special episode because I wasn't supposed to do anything today, but all of a sudden Michael was like, oh, so-and-so's coming over. And I was like, well, then I'm inviting Jim over.
And what a treat that was.
And what a treat.
I thought you were settled in for the day.
Well, you wanted to do
You said, nope.
Well, I thought of you because you were like, you want to do a patio? I'm like, I'm not doing shit. Like, I'm literally
Patio
packing.
was a bad idea.
Like, I'm starting to pack.
I forgot about the temperature. It was like 91 degrees.
Yeah, it was
Like,
very...
We can't go to a patio.
No, we can't do patios in that. So I was like, okay. And then Michael's like, oh, someone's coming over. I was like, okay. And then we go to the pool. And I'm inviting Jim over, so fuck it. So I was supposed to do nothing, and now here we are. And that's why I have sunglasses on, because I accidentally had some marijuana and some alcohol.
Oh, you did have both.
I didn't want to do the alcohol, but it all of a sudden showed up.
But I brought a cooler.
And there was a cooler, and it's here we are. And I was like, well,
I'll have a seltzer, and I brought
if you
the
can't beat 'em,
alcoholic kind.
why the fuck? I'm always drinking.
What do you mean?
Well,
You're
I'm
not
excited.
really.
Well, no.
When did you drink last? A week ago.
Right. I just always feel
So
like
you drink once a week.
oh, yeah. I'm actually a really good person.
That's what I'm like. How is that bad?
I just think it's the way I drink. Like, I'm very just like vulgar about it. I'm like, oh, give me the fucking drink. And it's like, once I'm drinking, I'm fucking drinking. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, oh, this beer is really refreshing. I'm like chugging half the beer. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna just be like, oh,
I think you're just. I don't think it has to do with alcohol. I
binge
think
drinker.
you're just naturally a fast drinker. Like, you finish a beer and I'm looking over and I'm like, I'm halfway through mine and you're like, oh,
I'll have another one.
Sipping your drink. I'm like, I'm not fucking sipping.
Right.
I'm drinking like a normal person.
Like
you're
5
the
minutes.
one. You're the one, the giant person who needs more.
And that's the problem is I've learned to open my throat. And once you open your throat once,
that
it's
little
over.
gullet, it became wide.
This gullet becomes a big old, like, imagine a whale's hole on the top.
The
Do you know the whale?
blowhole?
Yeah,
the blowhole. Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot bigger than you think. It's one of those
it's
things where you're
actually
like,
huge.
it's fucking
It's actually-
huge.
you could lose a limb.
Well, that's my throat.
You're like, ow!
You're like, I mean, I think you could get sucked in the blowhole.
I think
Like,
you
I don't
could.
know the actual dimensions, but I do feel like if they're the size of like
Listen,
6 trucks, that
If
hole is big.
a blue whale can be 100 feet.
That
That's a
hole
big
is
blowhole.
big.
That's a big
hole.
blowhole.
That's a big hole. Period. What are you doing in that hole? Are you breathing? Or are you
Supposedly,
blowing?
I just want to know how they know, like, not to get a lot of water in when they
Right.
breathe in.
And also,
I
is there like
panic-
a-
that makes me panic a little bit when
Well,
I watch. I'm like, oh, they
Well,
just
'cause they'll do
opened.
a breathe,
Oh,
but then they blow out like, and there's like always like and I'm like, is there like 2 functions, like breathing in and blowing out at the same time?
and
So
it's
like,
weird
yeah,
that
it's
when you
very
think
bizarre.
of like evolution, like these things.
Right.
Basically, they're 4 legs first, then these mammals went back into the water. That's
they
why
said,
they're,
"Fuck it."
you know how their pelvis and legs are different than other animals.
Evolution freaks
who
me
never
out.
left the water. They're like this.
I'm not gonna lie, they freak me out.
So
Evolution freaks me out.
they went back in, and then the air hole moved from like the mouth area to like the top of the head.
But it's so weird
Like,
because
it's
they still have a
weird.
mouth.
It took how many generations? It's
A
crazy.
lot.
Like a lot of generations. So each little movement.
It's really weird when you think about it, and I don't think God could have made this so complex. You know what I mean? I feel like it's more of
Absolutely
an
not.
evolution
He would
thing.
never. Why would he? It doesn't
He's
make
like,
sense.
I'm gonna put a hole here. It's like, no, you're not.
Like, it doesn't make
You know what I
sense that
mean?
he would do this.
I mean, maybe he threw us on Earth, but that was it.
He would make everything the same, so it worked fine and just stayed the same.
So difficult. He's an asshole.
If
though,
he's
too.
eternal, what he made would be eternal. That was the original plan.
Everything would be eternal. And then they ate the apple.
Right.
Fucking Eve. Fucking woman.
Basically, women
Per
ruined
usual.
it.
Speaking of women,
Kamala.
Kamala Mamala. I
We
think
had
she
the
had a good
DNC
speech.
this past.
I think it was really good.
I didn't listen to it yet.
I feel like they're actually leaning really towards
Everyone.
peace in the Middle East. By that I mean a ceasefire. I think they're really getting serious about it. Like, I'm not kidding.
No.
Too
But,
late.
Yeah, I don't think they are at all.
Well, I will say I do feel a lot better than it was with Biden. Like, I feel like she actually does represent something that could be bigger than we are. Like, almost like
she's
Obama.
not half dead. Yeah, she's not half dead. Well, it is a big deal. Like, she's a woman. She's black,
also, like,
an Indian.
And she's gonna literally look at you in the
She would
face
be the
and
first of
"Fuck
all
you."
these things. Like a black woman.
Right.
We never had a black. We never had a woman. Black is extra.
Wouldn't that be the?
So
be the
that's
tea?
why it does feel like that. Like that energy of people being
Yeah.
like excited. Like, this is crazy. And she didn't come out in a white outfit like Hillary
No,
did.
bitch.
The suffragette color. She came out in a blue suit,
yeah, it was
which
like-
is what every man wears to be like, I'm gonna be fine, guys. Like, it'll be the same as all
Honestly,
the men
I
before.
trust her more than any of the guys. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Maybe because I like mom. Maybe because I'm gay, so I like.
Because
the
you're
mom.
Mamala. Yeah, you love. Oh yeah,
I like
the
a
gays
mom.
love the moms.
Like if you were to choose a mom
Twinks
or dad
for Kamala is what you said.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
Well.
Ozempic for Kamala. Was really what I'm gonna wear. I'm a Zempig.
Ozempic, yeah.
Ozempic's for Kamala.
I like that.
I kind of like it too, to be honest.
Let's make shirts.
Kamala, we need it free.
Zempics.
We need free Ozempic.
Oh, she would win if she said that.
Oh,
she would
honey,
win.
if
first they'd call her fat phobic.
Well,
and
she'd probably get some Republicans too.
Oh,
those rich Bettys are
to
like,
be honest,
we love Trump.
When you look at the rural women,
they're not doing.
They're not.
Ozempic.
Then yeah, they're not.
It's butter. It's like
when you
Paula
look at the
Deen.
Trump voters, it's like.
It gives me Paula Deen. It gives me I'm from the backwoods. It gives me I don't really know anything about anything. I've lived in my same hometown for my whole life.
Never left. Never went on a trip. Right.
And if you did, it was to Savannah.
Whoa, girl, fuck.
And that's not shade, but like, it's not really a place to go for culture. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
It's like, oh wow,
we just lost a Savannah listener.
I'm sorry, Savannah.
So what else did you do this past week? You had a really hellish week at work.
I'm over. Well, here's the problem. We have our trip in a week, so we're leaving in a week.
Maybe
less
you're
than a
just
week.
anxious.
I think what it is, but like I literally was at work this week and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I think I can't.
Yeah,
do
I could tell in the tone of your text earlier. I was like, he's
this
really,
weekend I've done.
He's burnt out.
I'm burnt out. It
You're
is.
burnt out.
I'm
You're
like, I don't want to do anything. I want to lay here. I just need to like. And sometimes I catch myself. This is gonna be really sad.
That's all I do.
I'll just catch myself just like. And that keeps me calm, just looking at the sun, looking at the stars, looking at the wall.
Just staring.
Just staring.
Yeah.
No communication, no point to it. Just kind of like.
Oh, I do like that.
A little reflection. And I'm telling you right now, as I get older, I'm not doing this shit. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not worth the money. I'll just go in debt.
Right. No, it's
Can
really
I just go
not.
bankrupt?
Yeah, you
like
actually
I don't,
can.
Right. Like literally there's people who go bankrupt like 5 years
Just
ago
to
and they just bought a
continue
mansion.
living.
Right. It's like then they all of a sudden have their credit
Yes.
score up there because they got a starter credit card.
Because they restarted. Right.
I'm ready to restart. Do you know what I mean? I'm ready to cut it
be
all
so-
clean. Let's cut it clean and let's
so
start
nice
over.
to restart.
It would be,
Like
wouldn't it?
I just
Can you
want to
imagine?
rewind about 15 years.
Can you imagine knowing what you know now? Though it's like, oh wow.
Redoing the past.
First of all, I would have put my stock all in Apple
Right.
when I was 6, which I didn't have stock, and my parents obviously had no idea what that was because let's be honest.
What's that?
Well, no, we had no clue. We were poor.
There's no way. Stock was not a thing for
Stock wasn't a thing, but
my
people
type
would
of
joke.
families.
Do you remember? I mean, I remember people saying like, "My dad has Apple stock."
Right.
And I'm like,
I remember that.
I was like, okay, cool.
Meanwhile, I'm like, my
25 years later, it's like,
is driving nonstop around the entire Midwest
Right.
because his job doesn't pay him well.
and that's a lot of people still today.
Right.
We were
Thank
just talking
you.
about this earlier, like minimum wage, like girl.
But what's going on? What is going
We
on?
can't
with the
even afford
minimum wage?
life.
Why we can't afford life?
We can't afford a life.
No, okay.
It's bad. It's bad.
But here's the funny thing to give perspective. So Sabrine's friends live in Amsterdam, and I thought that I just was talking with her the other day. I'm like, yeah, it'd be fun to go there. And where do they live? Do they live in a good part? And she's bringing up, oh yeah, they have a beautiful apartment, amazing. And I'm like, oh, so it's like must be terribly expensive. No,
Like $500.
it's relatively expensive to them in Europe, but they literally have like a 1-bedroom apartment on the best canal in Amsterdam, and it's like 2,200 euros.
Which is what in America? And
I think that's like $2,500. Let me see.
which, I mean, for the location.
What is 2,200 euros in US dollars?
2,200 euros is $2,462.
So it's not that 2,400 for a 1-bedroom in
But in
the capital
spot.
city,
Right, in the spot.
That's like New York City.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like
on the
look where
spot.
I'm. Yeah,
Like I live on the
I'm off-
on the
right off
spot.
Central Park.
Right. Literally, Central Park View.
So it's like, is it expensive? But it does seem more expensive for most things. Like when I go to restaurants, I am like, everything's more expensive.
I think the way that we've been gouged the past couple of years,
Right.
I think it's going to hit them in the face.
Girl.
Like Subway, have you heard their new thing? Now
No,
they're bringing
what
back
is
buy
it?
one, get one free, and they're like $6 subs. And it's like, yeah, you should have never went up to $10 or $12
Oh,
for a
good.
That's
I didn't
what it
realize
went to.
that.
Yeah, you're not a meat eater, but like,
No, that's.
and somebody's going to trash. But I do like Subway every once in a while, the mayonnaise.
I don't hate it. That's Chipotle mayonnaise. Girl. I occasionally get that just for that. And I only get veggies. I'm like
Girl.
veggies, cheese, melt
it, toast it.
then the more crunchy veggies and that fucking sauce, honey. Girl.
Sauce, it's good. But they're like lowering their prices now because they've admitted now that they like have lost the market.
That's the issue is when you look at all these fucking companies and grocery stores, none of them are losing profits.
No, they're gaining. They're
record-breaking profits
so
every
it
quarter.
Makes you wonder.
So how are they doing that?
So
if everything's
if
so
they're-
bad
right.
and the supply chain is terrible, why are they making more money than ever? I'm not saying they need to make less than they made last year, but why are they making more than they made last year when
But
we
then
have to
still
pay
acting,
for it?
and then we're all acting like we're still like in this horrible
Right.
perverted.
Yeah, it's like,
Poverty-
well,
poverty.
it's from the lockdowns and the supply chain. No.
We can't. It's
That's
over.
not it anymore.
Yeah, no, you can't use that word
It's
anymore.
not it anymore.
Lockdown, girl. I haven't heard that.
We
for
didn't even have a
months.
lockdown. They were like, just don't go to restaurants.
That was weird though. If you really think about it, we didn't go to a bar for a year. Like literally,
We always
a year.
came here.
It was weird. It was a weird time.
That
It
is
was.
weird.
It was a
We're like,
weird
do you want to hang
time.
out? And it was like you secretly. I would sneak over here.
We had the hot tub. We had like
Yeah.
we were doing the podcast, so it'd be like a thing. Like it was like, yeah, this is you're in the cocoon. You know what I mean? Like only a certain amount of
God.
people. That's why June only likes those people. Period.
It's true.
Everybody else, nope.
It's true.
Because she couldn't have anybody else over.
No.
And all of a sudden we're like, here's new people, and she's like, what the fuck?
Literally.
It's
She's like, I
true.
didn't know this many existed.
Right.
She's like, I thought there were like 5 of you, and now there's 20 at one party that
Yep.
I've never met.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
It's
the thing.
kind of sad when you think about
Penny
it.
met so many people early on, like my whole family,
Right.
which is like
That's Pam.
18 people. And then she met Matt's family like in the
Oh.
first 3 months.
Penny
That's
loves
20, 40 people.
everyone.
You should have seen her at my grandma's 85th birthday party. She was running around to all these second cousins of mine and neighbors from grandma's house.
With her tongue out, probably.
Yeah. Oh, she would roll over right away like,
Oh, she put that.
belly rubs. She wants belly rubs from anyone.
It's just amazing.
So,
Dogs
yeah.
do have personalities.
But June did not
June
have any
did not
of that.
have that kind of upbringing.
She literally like doesn't know people.
Also, I don't know what she did from her first 9 weeks, so that's also part of the.
That could
thing.
be bad.
I think there's a lot going on there. I think they were not
Yeah.
taken care of, and she doesn't trust humans.
yeah, this is why I don't adopt pets.
Well, and that's why I knew Pam from birth, and I kind of could see who was taking care of her, and that's why Pam acts like a normal. Well, normal enough
I think
around
she
people.
is.
Yeah, but she's a little She's a little. We
Jumpy.
got to get her to training. Like we got to do training.
because those
It's-
claws hurt if she jumps.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Because she's heavy, not because she's
she's not even that
bad.
heavy. She's 50 pounds.
But it
June's
presses
70.
on you. She's scratched me many times.
I know, and that's the thing. She's learning on the floor, 4 on the floor.
I mean, Penny can scratch too.
Well, Penny's just
But she's
cute.
so light when she jumps up.
I know,
It
it's
hits
like-
your mid shin. You're like, that doesn't hurt.
And then meanwhile, Pam puts a fucking.
Pam, I'm like, oh,
You're like, I have to
fuck!
have stitches. It's like that bitch, and she'll run under the. Listen, I'll be laying there, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden I'll hear her barreling around the corner, and she'll run and jump on me. And I'm like,
No.
I'll go, no. I have to turn because she will. She has landed on my dick that I thought her nail went in my dick hole, and I'm not kidding. And I know that looks inappropriate,
well,
but
you lay around with your dick out all the time.
well, and I wasn't wearing underwear, and I was
There
like,
it is.
oh, and I was like, oh, and I was like, oh, and then I was like,
Ooh.
ooh, girl, did you just pierce me? I
like,
have a Prince Albert now.
do that again.
And I was horrified, but also I was like, well, and so now I have to always turn because she's
So
just
that's
gonna jump.
incest. There's like,
She's literally pierced my dick. My own daughter pierced my dick, and that's what's happening. Yep, my dog daughter pierced my dick. Not really.
oh my God.
It didn't really happen, but I'm just saying, like it could have. And so she needs to stop jumping up on me. Now,
Now, do we want to talk about what we have coming up?
well, we do
Just
have
to prep people.
Mexico.
Because after this episode,
We'll be in Mexico, which we might do a live episode. I don't know.
we're doing live.
I have those little microphones I'll bring.
Yeah.
That'll be cute.
Hell
We
yeah.
can find a really cute spot and like
Yeah, I like that.
outside, like a little cute little area,
Oh.
or on our lanai.
Yeah,
One
we
of our
have a
lanai.
big, huge-
One of our lanais.
We got back a knee. We got about.
We did have a voicemail too, and I guess you didn't guess who it's probably from.
If you want toe beans to be real,
Ew.
toe beans,
Toe beans are real.
You know the dogs have toe beans.
The dogs, the girls, the gags, the princesses, the dolls.
That needs to be edited out and turned into a button.
It's gonna be
that little run of
the dolls,
bullshit.
the girls, the pussies, the bushes.
The bishops.
Oh, now here's our question. Thank you, Thatcher.
Boys that are cute. I have a serious topic this week. No, but for real. So I need to know what you guys think and your guidance on getting somebody off of fentanyl or blues. Please help me out.
Oh,
I have a friend who needs my help. I don't know how to help them. She's in treatment right now. So how do you
God.
prevent her from slipping up, I guess?
Oh, no.
Anything helps.
Was that a cry for help? I feel like it was very cry for helpy.
Well,
Wow, that's
that's
very
really-
heavy.
huh.
Well, wow, I didn't really expect that
We're
kind of
going
a
to
question.
Mexico.
Wow, we're gonna go to Mexico and do drugs. I'm not really sure we're the people to ask. By that I mean me specifically. But
Specifically.
I'm saying, yeah, like I'm literally in a fucking. I drank weed today.
Specifically.
Weed and wine, honey. Like who mixes those two things? I'm just asking.
I don't really know. I feel like
So I'm in a full blackout.
what's that lady's name?
Mary.
That's Casey Musgraves. She probably
Oh,
mixes
I thought you were
weed
talking
and
about
wine.
Casey Anthony. I was like, yeah, well.
Who's that?
Casey Anthony, the girl that lost her daughter and was like, her daughter was dead, and it was like a whole big thing.
What?
Casey fucking Anthony. You don't know Terry Schiavo. You
The girl who lost her daughter.
Yeah,
and she
remember
was missing
Kaylee
and she was
Anthony,
dead.
and she was like on trial for, and Jose like one of this like really big attorney like won it for her, and she was from Columbus, Ohio.
Won it for who? The
Casey
mom?
Anthony. Yeah, Casey Anthony was like party girl, and the daughter died, and they think the dad might have done it, but Casey Anthony was on trial for it, and they got her off, and it was like the craziest thing. I'll have to do a recap for everyone. I don't even know where we're going with this now that I brought up not a goddamn thing, not a
bit of it.
Oh,
I'm like
Thatcher. Okay, so
Thatcher.
We're not professionals, so obviously, like, maybe we're not the ones to ask. I'm literally high as fuck right now, but I will say if there's somebody who does like fentanyl,
yeah,
and this is really going to be sad, but it's
actually I can tell similar. I can answer partly.
Okay,
because I had a friend who.
That was so dramatic.
Well, because I was going to say who was also I realized how funny it sounded. Who was also my read him for filth, honey.
When you do drugs, don't do them.
Don't do them. Fuck you, bitch.
That's all you do. You say no. Have you ever had Dare?
I mean, what the fuck?
It's really bad.
Didn't your parents talk to you about drugs?
I mean, if it's for you, you need to check into rehab. If it's for your friend, you need to just be a supportive friend, but you can't stop her from doing drugs.
Oh, this whole time it could be about Thatcher?
Well, that's what I was reading. Yeah, that's what I was reading.
Oh, wait, that makes sense too.
I got a friend that's in rehab and struggling. So if you're anybody struggling.
Oh, fuck.
You know, you're going to have to dig deep. And this is going to sound really hard for a lot of people because you're usually like, you can do it. No. As an ex-addict of cigarettes and food, really.
That's artificial.
Cigarettes specifically.
That's real, but the food, honey, it's coming back.
You had to quit.
Rip-roaring back.
Oh, I will not be rip-roaring back.
Oh, you will be addicted.
I will not be off semaglutide then.
Ever?
If I start gaining weight again, I will never get over 10 pounds more when I get to my full weight. Oh, I'll do a maintenance dose every month.
Oh my God, I panicked.
But if you have a friend that's on drugs, like you can't stop anybody from doing anything. So you're not going to have any luck telling this person to not do drugs. They're going to have to decide on their own. And I hate that. And it's really it's a sad comment, but it's true.
That was with my friend with meth.
You cannot.
GHB.
Right. You cannot.
I tried to arrange so many different rehab stays for him.
And you kept trying.
I still get phone calls from the one. They're like, still need it. Have any need? I'm like, I don't have any needs. I cut him out of my life.
It's sad because you were just trying to help.
To.
Right. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to also
Once you get burned too many times, sorry.
So all you can do is be supportive at the moment, but also like you can't also be like, yeah, you can keep doing drugs. Like you still need to be around it. Like honestly, it's probably best to cut ties until the person gets sober. Mm-hmm. And if they get sober, they'll come back around and say, oh my God, because they know you.
Actually, he did.
Right.
Yeah, like in his sober moments recently, he said hi before his message. Like he still sent a card the other day.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, but sometimes it's hard to let that person go, but you have to. If I see somebody with a stiff forehead, like you're old.
Like, oof, nothing's. Oh,
you're old.
Nope.
Imagine that. What a twist of fate.
Now we know who's old.
We're like, you're old. They're like, no, I'm fucking not. It's like, you did all this to not look old, but now you're the old one. And now we know you're the old one because you did all this stuff.
Are you talking about Donald Trump?
Oh, God. He looks terrible.
He looks so bad. The one by the wall. He's like standing in Arizona by the wall.
He's like,
there's like yellow, orange, white, bright white.
It's painted.
And then
it's like, I don't, it's like paint by another. It's like a kindergartner did paint by numbers. And it's like,
you can't stand the lines.
No,
like they can't stand the lines.
Oh, well, here's a little
and then the hair, like whatever's happening to the hair.
The problem is that he's old, and now he's actually the old one.
That's true though. Like when you think about it, he is old.
Old as fuck.
He's actually old.
If he actually debates Kamala,
it's gonna be so good.
Eat him alive. Are you? Did she see what she did to Pence? I mean, she basically created a meme for a lifetime. I'm speaking.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
I'm speaking.
Right. Like, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm speaking.
It's going to be a...
She's gonna rail
him.
Actually, and somebody actually predicted, like one of the people.
It's gonna be theater for us.
No, they said it was gonna be like a bloodbath. Like, it's gonna put Trump into a totally tailspin because he's gonna be like, she's a bitch and she's black.
Yeah,
and
that's what that's what he'll start saying.
To that, but really, it's because he's gonna look so stupid at the debate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
He knows he's gonna look dumb. He's never debated someone competent.
He looks dumb.
I mean, it's like Hillary was great, but like she was a woman who was in a hole from the beginning that she had to dig out of, this dumb email saying that was fake, that they just kept talking about. They kept talking about the emails to ruin her. So she was already like in a hole. So she wasn't good enough.
Not Bills.
I don't think she was bad, but it was like
she wasn't bad, but she wasn't good. It was our only hope.
Yeah, she was like, she makes sense.
It's about hope.
Right.
It's about dreams. It's
Kamala is gonna be like we've seen. They even played a preview for you at the DNC. They like had that video of her talking to Brett Kavanaugh and other people in Congress,
putting them in their
like
fucking
just nailing them with
place.
questions, like question.
She's like Pete Buttigieg. Like they know what they're doing. You notice these people like, no offense, Nancy, but Nancy was on an interview and she's like, "This is really great for the." It's like,
she gotta go.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I think she is drinking the blood
First
of like
of
dead
all,
infants.
I think so too.
I think she's harvesting adrenochrome.
Don't put your hands above the desk. That's number one.
Right. Oh God, I know. Those don't lie.
Those are.
I asked an esthetician about it.
Oh.
I was like,
Arthritis.
there really is nothing. No, there's no fix for when your hands get old and you have veins and wrinkles, and
It's bad.
you can always tell by the hand
But she's
how old
like,
someone is.
Just keep them below the desk. You know what I mean, Nancy? But also,
But I don't think Hillary nailed Trump over and over with questions like
No.
in terms of a prosecutor. It's
I
making
know. I'm
noise.
really sorry.
In terms of a prosecutorially. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. It sounds like a bag of potato chips off in the distance crinkling. And I'm like, God damn it.
Sorry, I'm like, my leg is I'm a little nervous about the politics. And
Oh, I think you are.
a little nervous. Actually,
I every once in a while get that feeling, but then I forget it doesn't matter.
I was actually talking to my work person about it, and I was like, listen.
I'm like, we had so much fun from 2015 to 2020, 2016 to 2020, didn't we?
as long as we just like stay
We had a
alive,
blast, no
like don't put me in a
offense.
camp. And if you do, put us in a camp that's good, like in Puerto Vallarta. Like put all the gays in one spot and make sure we have like something. You know what I mean? Like
We have
water.
to have an escape.
We need water.
We got to have an escape plan.
Yeah. Well, I'm going. Yeah. So that's the news of the year or of the day.
That was a high thought. Yes.
Auto asphyxiation is something I wrote down.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Have you ever done it? Like, have you ever thought I'm gonna try to like stop breathing to
No,
come?
but
Do you hold your breath when you come?
what? Oh,
do you,
wait. I was looking something up. You really fucked it up. I had to look at my
Wow.
list if I have anything.
Oh, I was talking about auto asphyxiation. You're like, yeah, let's talk about it. I'm
No,
like,
we will
okay.
talk about that, but I just in my head want to know if I have anything because I don't think
You probably do.
So auto asphyxiation.
So there's people who've been found like dead
Yeah.
with a rope around their neck, but they were like jerking
Not me.
off.
I would never.
Why? But that's my question.
I don't want to be found dead that way. You know what I mean?
Butt ass
gross.
naked.
Gross.
You just came everywhere.
It's like I'd rather live and keep coming. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, let's have one more
Like,
time.
Yeah, like let's have another
Yeah, like,
time.
I'm not
and
gonna-
I read this report that about it was from some nurses or something that worked in the ER like and helped rape victims.
Okay.
And so they talked about all these different things like harm to women, but one of the things was choking and how there's been this rise in choking and how little time it takes to cut off oxygen to brain cells.
Right. It's like 30 seconds.
And how it's kind of like you're giving yourself a concussion, like you're losing brain tissue when you do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
Right. It's really fucking terrible.
So it's like, actually, no, we
Like
don't
you're-
want to do that. That's how I feel. Like I get the feeling because once I felt the rush, I will admit.
oh,
have
you've
I
been
ever
choked.
told you? Yeah, when I was choked, I was
and
like,
you loved it.
yeah, because it was by a
Right.
straight guy,
Right.
who like got into it.
So you're into being choked. Then you're into being almost dead and coming.
right?
You're like, I'm at death.
Maybe you will find me with a
Oh
belt
my
around
God.
my
Can
neck.
you imagine if that's how they're like, come here now, and I have your passwords, which I don't.
and you
but-
walk in and they're dead, and then you're part of a murder scene. Like I don't want to be involved in that.
Oh, I don't
You know
ever
what I
wanna see a
mean?
murder.
Like they find your finger because you're like turning the
Right.
doorknob, and they're dead in there.
Do you know that's
No,
no.
it's not me.
It's not me, it's
I'm
not
not
for
going to. I
us.
can't do it. This is why I don't do grinder hookups.
Oh, I do it in public. Like it's why I like public play. I think because it's like, what are you going to do in public? Okay, if you're going to murder me, then
What do you mean by
fucked.
public?
Like at the Eagle at.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you're meeting people like literally at a bus stop somewhere.
Oh, I mean, I've met people in public though before.
What? Oh yeah, you did that Hobby Lobby bathroom.
That was a highlight of my life.
The Hobby Lobby bathroom.
Talk about sacrilegious. I'm like, they're like, we're gonna do a prayer meeting. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the urinal and jerk off to some old guy right here.
It's
That
like,
was nasty.
oh well.
Wasn't cute.
Oh no, there's no
Ugly.
way. There's no way he was cute.
They always send a good picture, and it's like, oh, you're in gray sweatpants now, and they have stains. Like I can't. Like do
I
you
know,
drive
right? It's like there's nothing hot about
Do you
this.
drive a beetle bug?
A beetle bug, like one of the old
Beetles.
'60s ones.
Yes,
Yeah,
like I
it's
feel like
sick.
that's the vibe it gave me, or like a painter truck.
Like he was a beetle. You know what I mean? Like a little hunched over, like
that. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's not even that. Though.
you're like, but in reality, yeah,
girl,
that's the problem for me.
Girl,
I just.
Dun, 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 dun. So back to auto asphyxiation though. You'd never do it.
I would never do it. I'm sorry, I'm out.
What's your
It
kink?
makes me panic. Like when I
Yeah.
think about passing out, I almost start to pass
that was
out.
my
Do you know what I
question.
mean? Have you ever done that before
Listen,
where you panic?
yeah.
And you're like,
I do it every
I'm
time
going to
I'm
pass
high.
out. I might pass out. I'm like, it's like, oh, I feel
I've been
lightheaded.
doing it a lot.
I feel lightheaded. I'm going to pass out. You know that?
Yes, and then I lean
it's
over
A
and I'm
cycle.
like-
It's a cycle of like, oh,
And then
I'm
you're like,
having
I'm
a
fine,
seizure.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
But
or
you're like,
if you lay flat, it feels better. Then you're like,
well, here's my problem is that I hear the horror stories about people dying in their bathrooms and like hitting their heads on the counter, and that's the only reason they died because they
Right.
were lightheaded and they died because they hit their goddamn head. It's not because they were literally lightheaded after like working out,
working
or, like,
out.
not drinking water.
Is this why you don't work out?
This is why I keep all the water inside. This is why I drink
I don't.
Coke Zero and I don't work out. Like literally, this is why you want to keep
You're
it all
afraid of
pickled.
hitting your head
Yep.
on the counter.
I'm gonna have a lot of sodium, and I don't want to hit my head on the counter.
Actually,
it
yeah,
actually
I
freaks me
agree.
out. That's actually one of my fears.
I didn't
like,
realize this was a thing for you. I'm nervous now.
And there's also something else I need to talk about, and it's Dr. Fauci got West Nile, and I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, what was that about?
Well, first of all, I don't understand. But second of all, it hasn't even been a thing this year. Like usually, they
yeah,
throw,
it's like, where the fuck did you go to get West Nile? Like, girl.
But in Georgia, when I was like 16 years old, 17, 18,
were you legal or illegal?
I was probably illegal, borderline legal.
Oh my God.
And I remember
That's the Georgia way.
I was so scared of West Nile virus, and it was always about West Nile. It was like, oh my God, I have West Nile, and it was like that started my hypochondriac life. Was the
Oh.
West Nile virus.
But what symptoms were you looking out for?
Dizziness. There was like certain things, and I was like, I don't feel right. And they're like, you're just smoking too much weed. I'm like, no, I'm not. I actually think I had a personality disorder. After I said it was. No, there was something that I like thought I diagnosed myself with, like, where it's like out of body experience, where you feel like you're not in your head, but you're there.
Dissociative disorder?
I think I kind of was dissociated just for a second.
Right here?
No, not now.
Back then.
Back then.
Yeah, you could have.
But then I thought that was West Nile. So then I panicked. I was like, I have West Nile.
Also, dissociating is a feature of panic.
Right.
Panic makes you dissociate.
Right. So then I like,
you get
so
out
I
of your
couldn't
body.
get out of the
That's why
cycle.
PTSD survivors like
Well, and that's why there was a
the
cycle
exact
for me.
event is like, do you remember it even?
It's like, oh my
Or
God,
do you see it
oh my
from
God, you're going to
above?
die. No, you're
Yeah.
not. Oh my God, you're so tired from
They
the
see it as a scene when they think about it.
Okay, I can
not
see
from
that.
their yeah.
I can see that. And that's scary as shit.
So you may have dissociated from
I've-
panicking about West Nile.
West Nile. And so then when they were like, Dr. Fauci has West Nile, I'm like, are you motherfucking kidding me? Like, this is going full circle. Why are we talking about West Nile? I just got over Mpox. But by that, I mean, like, we started talking about that again. We talked about, I mean, it's like COVID, a new strain. It's like, I can't do it.
I know.
I fucking can't do it. We're going to get Mpox in Montemar. And that's the tea.
Montemar. That's
We're going to
we gotta caption the photo of that and then see if one of us gets it and post it and then look back and
We should actually do like a meme, like one of us is going to
Yes.
get Mpox. And it's
we
like
have
us
to
being
do
like,
it. Yes.
that'd be cute.
Oh, I like that. We'll
I love
do
it. Are we wearing our pink to Montemar? Or do you have
Brat. We're wearing
You're
our
going
brat.
brat?
I'm going brat.
a whole time?
Round people.
All
yeah.
time?
Why not?
Yeah, my brat shows my dick.
Yeah, it's
Which is
Montemar.
fine.
No, it's Montemar. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm ready for Coca Cabana.
That's you don't have to wear one, so I don't have
Right,
to worry
I'm
about a
excited
color.
about that.
I'm just gonna wear regular shorts and underwear and then take it all off.
I think I'm just gonna not
Yeah.
wear any underwear.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
I
true.
love wearing no underwear. By
It's
the way,
better.
It's so much better as an adult.
Even on the plane ride,
Yeah, because I always wear like
you're just sloshing that dick around. On
Well,
an
sometimes
airplane.
it's airy. Airs it out.
Yeah,
That's where I want to hide my weed under my ball sack.
You don't need to hide it.
I'm
I
so
promise.
scared. I'm
I
so
know you
scared
have
of the
to-
red
you have
light.
to
I'm so
drop
scared of
it.
the red light.
Even if you get the red light, they don't care. They really don't.
I mean, as long as I don't get the red light.
No, even if you get it, they do not care. They're not
Right.
going to be like, "What's this? Oh, is this vitamin D?"
Oof. And literally, I'm just going to say this. Like, I have about 16 medications that I take that are over the
Right.
counter, like vitamins and stuff. So they're not going to be like, well, we're going to
Right,
test this one.
exactly. That's why it's
Okay,
like
okay,
they do not
okay,
pull.
okay,
They don't have
okay.
time when there's 5 planes just unloaded.
don't have a
and they're stamping to get people through, and they're like, "We got to this gummy here said THC."
Oh, wait, it's true.
It's like they don't
Wow,
fucking
it makes
have
you actually feel
time.
stupid.
Yeah, they really
I
don't
always
have
feel
time.
like they're going to be able to see it through like some X-ray.
No, they can't. Yeah, that's just to them. It's just
Okay,
a substance.
I'm done.
Right. They don't pull everything out. They just pass it through the security bag.
Right, like, by the way, I don't have any bombs or guns, so just let my gummies that are for my belly. So what I've heard is that once you get through security, you then like kind of go to the bathroom and put your weed in your pockets or in your shoe or wherever you need to put it, and then you go because you've already been through all the scans, all the shit. It's just your bags that get scanned. So I kind of thought about that or laying back. 'cause
Yeah,
they said
that's how you
And
do
there's
it.
a lot of planes that get in at 11. So honestly,
Right.
the chances of our red light going off,
we
is
all
slim.
do. Like 3 different.
There's 4 different
Delta,
flights that are probably
yeah.
going in at the same time.
They probably try to staff it that way too.
Well, and hopefully they just let us go. Like, I don't want to talk about, and then I'm not talking to anybody in the middle because they're all going to try to sell you something. We're going right to our goddamn van.
We did that.
No, I'm not
Matt
doing
and I
that.
got stopped by someone from a resort.
Nope.
He's like, one of the last 5 remaining Mexican-owned hotel chains here. You have to look here. Look at this. I can drive you. I'll pick you up tomorrow. I'll pick you up.
Prime Musai.
I was like, we already have an Airbnb. He was like, I'll take you on a tour then.
Nope.
Let's go on a tour.
Nope.
No, it wasn't Musai.
You don't talk to anybody in the middle. Because the minute you leave the airport, you got to go out of that place and find your driver.
Bathroom outside.
Yep. Outside.
And then you do find drivers right away. It's really easy.
Well, and I'm hoping that our driver's like, Hotel Musai, we're staying at the best hotel
ours
on the island.
You know, ours will be easy to
on
find.
the island.
I forgot even taxi wasn't hard. Matt and I got a taxi.
Well, no, and I
went to a taxi booth and I said, we need a ride.
People were talking about taking the bus into town.
We did. We rode the bus past.
It's so weird.
It's fine. It's actually really fun. It was so fun. I took that video.
Oh my God.
You're just bouncing around like it's like no big deal. He's counting money. He's driving with this hand.
You talked about this.
He's holding this, changing gears, counting money in peso tickets while he's driving with one arm.
Well, when you have a group, it's like, what are you going to do to us? You know what I mean?
The bus is great. No, it's safe. Oh, the people don't. The people will not hurt us.
I feel like
they're good people.
No,
they're good
I've
people.
heard that.
Yeah.
And I've heard that like people like
they're very nice.
Mexicans are not all scary.
Not at all.
No.
I was like, gracias, and they're like,
actually,
just speaking one word, like a Spanish word, they were happy and like, oh.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like every Mexican I worked with on the golf course, I loved.
Yeah. Oh, I know, me too.
They are so sweet. Like Mexicans are so sweet. They're like, oh, your sister. They always are
they remember everyone. Oh yeah.
Well, and I was like, well, you can't have her. Mucho caliente,
how much
hermana.
How much dinero do you have?
I'm like, no. Thank you. All right. Well, sundries.
I think I'm ready for the real fall now. So I'm ready for summer to be done.
So last week
because we got this fucking week with 95 for like 3 days. Right. I'm like 95.
It's like, wow.
I don't need 95. I'm ready.
What's the up and down?
I was listening to Bon Iver. I was listening to I'm like I'm moving into fall. I'm feeling depressed. I want to wear like pants around the house instead of shorts around the house.
But it's not. And the thing is, I always wear shorts year round.
Right, and that's POS.
It is gray sweatpants season soon, which
I love.
It's a nice change because you do see some more cock,
a lot,
but then you don't see the leg, which I love the envision of the leg.
I do like the leg.
But that's why we'll go to like warm places or like bathhouses or whatever. I mean, it's fine. We know
or the Eagle.
Right, we just gotta go to New York once or Montreal, which Montreal's so expensive to get to. Though.
I know because you have to fly to New York.
Fucking hate it.
We should look for that.
I know, but it sucks because it's so hard to get there. It's so hard from here.
It's just one stop. It's one stop. It's not that hard.
So hard. No, but
it's one
by
stop.
hard I mean expensive.
Oh, okay.
It's like ridiculously expensive.
It's literally closer.
We're going
I just did it 2 years ago. It's easy.
It's like we're flying to fucking Cleveland, but yet it costs like $600. And you're like, I can go to Seattle for $350 on Seattle. Like, so it doesn't make sense.
On Seattle West.
On Seattle West. On Nina West.
Your sundry.
My sundry is going to be. I have anxiety about this trip.
I know.
And I'm realizing now that
I thought it was the work week stressing you out.
It's all. Well, oh God.
So then I was like, he's just stressed from work.
It's all of it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fucking go.
I texted you like the past 2 days. I'm like, what's up? What are you doing? Trying to hang out? And he's like, I'm not doing anything.
Not doing
weekend.
shit.
I'm like, that's not going to make the anxiety better, honey.
It actually did. Well, today kind of
because you hung out.
I'm on drugs and alcohol. Well, and that's the thing. I always said to be on drugs and alcohol, which is what we're going to do for 7 straight days. So I'm kind of concerned, but also, fuck it.
Also, that's the point of your birthday. You're 40.
Oh, right. So
you have to realize, like, this is it.
Wow.
You're not going to do this at 50.
Here's the problem, though.
You're going to be in Palm Springs by the pool.
I'll be 43, and then you'll be like, I'm 40. And I'm like, oh, no. And I have to do you. And then Michael will turn 40.
Then you have to be. Oh, then we're going to be the 2 granddaddies for Michael.
Right. So I'm going to be really.
Matt's going to be 60.
I'll be 50.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wait.
Yeah. He's going to be 50.
It's so sad. Not that you're getting older, but it's just sad that, like, how fast it goes. All of a sudden you were like a young buck, and now it's like, oh, well.
It's really weird for me.
It is very weird.
I just panicked.
Okay, so my sundry, actually, here's my official sundry, is I don't like the week before a trip.
It's not just day anymore. It's not the night.
Day. It's
for me,
week.
it was definitely night always.
It's a week.
I can't do the night.
Well, and I'm trying to avoid that. That's why I've already done laundry and packed all my. I have all my underwear and socks packed. I have all my t-shirts packed.
Oh wow.
I have.
That's a lot.
I mean, it really was. Like, it was a lot to like decide. First of all, you have to decide on your outfit.
Stop.
But second of all, but this is what I'm saying. I don't want to. Right. But I don't want to deal with the stress of that this week. So I think I'm like, but I'm stressed out also. Like I don't want to care about work, and it's been really busy, so I have to care about it. But I really wish we weren't that busy, so I could just be like, okay, bye. Like I feel like there's a lot going on that it's gonna fuck up. But that's my sundry. Like the week before, babe. You gotta sometimes. Good luck, babe.
Aren't you good at giving out anxiety?
Right. So you want me to do, you want me to give you advice about trying to get somebody off drugs. I can't even go to work for a week before our vacation. Right. So, and that's where we're at. And
soon we'll be asking you what we can do to get Bobby off drugs.
And yeah, it'll be the Ozempic. They'll be like, he's too skinny. I'm like, you're welcome. It's going to be bad. I'm going to be a little whore.
You're not going to be able to get off it.
I'm gonna be one of those people that
do it
on Maury or something. They're like, he won't stop doing it, and I'm like, my legs are like the size of a stick.
You have bruises where they stab you with the needle.
That bone in your face, like you can see skeleton.
God, it's like, what's happening here?
When you can start seeing what you're gonna look like dead, girl.
And I'm talking like 9 months decomposed,
right?
Not like
we're not talking
day.
Like cute, like in the funeral parlor.
Not
we're
in the store, like
we're not talking demure. We're not talking about demure, honey.
Out.
We're talking a couple days later, where it's like that shit's been thinning out, and that's what you look like alive. And you're like, well, they already looked. Then the circles under the eyes. Like I don't want it. You know what I mean?
I know.
So we're not gonna do it.
We're not gonna do it.
We're not. We're brats.
So you're saying you're not gonna be on Ozempic forever?
No, but
okay.
I might be addicted to it. I might have to go to rehab.
You are addicted.
No, I'm addicted to being skinny.
I know you love it,
but also I need to get down even more. So I can have a tummy tuck.
Wait till you get even lower.
I have to have a tummy tuck.
I remember loving being skinny in like high school and college.
Oh no,
like
I'm already feeling that. Bitch.
Loved it.
I'm wearing 2XL.
I would wake up and be like, oh, I'm skinny.
That's how I wake up.
You feel so good.
Every morning I'm like,
it's
well, I can fit in this shirt. I'm only gonna wear homage now. I bought like 7 homage shirts, so I can't gain weight again. I'm gonna lose money if I gain weight.
I fit. I'm a little whore. Yeah, and then you just want to become more.
Your asshole's better. Your dick's better. Everything's better about you.
The dick does get better when you're skinny. I'm telling you, there's a difference.
There's a difference.
I'm like, it's bigger for sure.
There's definitely not that fupa over it.
Right.
Ew, which I never had a big
You didn't actually have a foop. You just had a belly.
Yeah, it's always been belly for me. Like everything else in my body's fine. It's my belly. My face was a little fat, but I didn't realize that at the time. And I just saw how ghetto your feet look. So, well, this has been another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Jeb.
Make sure you give us a call. And good luck with all your drug
You didn't even
needs.
give them the number.
614-721-5336. That's 614-721-5336. We like to give advice, but honestly, like if you're going to talk about drugs, I can't do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's not really a good conversation because I'm not going to stop doing the drugs I'm doing. So, and that's the tea, and that's on God, and that's the episode. The next time you hear from us, we're going to be in the middle of a fucking hotel. Who knows? We might have guests. Who knows?
Hopefully we have some straight dads coming over.
That's
all I think. Let's be honest. What are you really looking forward to?
Here's our manifestation moment.
Okay. And I want them to be friends, and their wives are off at dinner together.
Yes.
And
so I want. Yep. It's like a silent situation, but it's like, and it's like our perfect types. Like,
oh my god, yeah, I could have a dark hair.
Honestly,
you could have a pink, full pink,
but he's
blonde pink,
God.
But the hair on the arm. Oof. That picture I sent you from my gym.
Yeah. That. Oh god.
Yeah, that arm. I'm
gonna go ahead and manifest now that next week we'll both be hooking up with the hot guys at some point. They might be friends. They played golf earlier. The wives are out at the spa, and we're sucking dick.
There it is.
Yep. Big golfers. Kind of sweaty from golf, too. Like
they're a little bit sweaty. They're getting there. They're like,
we're going to go in the shower.
They know they need a shower,
but
they were going to go to the pool later. That's the best thought.
Dreams do come true.
So we manifested it.
We're manifesting. See you next time. We'll let you know what happens. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my God.
That's a good manifestation.
I really do kind of hard.